A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Cole is out there with Gordon. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Porter in at the shooting guard. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. He's out there with Patrick Beverley. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the power forward. Morris. It's hauled in by Beverley.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverley is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Now, here is Morris. Oturu, the pass to Morris. Off target from outside. On offense, here are the Nuggets. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
For three. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. There's Porter with the three. And no good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. Second chance shot. And it's good on the way in.
Great anticipation. He has great hands. Kawhi gobbles up second chance opportunities.
Pass to Bull. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Beverley for three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
One thing we know about Beverley, he plays with a lot of confidence. Believes every shot is going in.
Morris dishes to Porter. Now the pass to Jokic. There's the feed to Bull. Oturu with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Leonard. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Jokic. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Tim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. Here is Rondo following the basket by Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Here's Rondo. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 1:30 left in the first. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic. And it's off from three-point range. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. Nuggets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Millsap kicks to Gordon. Passes it to Millsap. Here's Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Jokic has got 8 points. Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Rondo passes to Morris. To the paint. Fires for 3. It's not going to go for him. And it's Denver the other way. Jokic with it. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Harrison passes to Jokic. Back to Harrison. And here's Gordon from outside. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Porter. Three-pointer. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Kennard's shot is off. Here is Porter. No points in the game yet for him. Millsap passes to Harrison. Back to Millsap. Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
So on the floor for Denver, Austin Rivers is out there with Harrison. Then there's Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. It's Najee in at the power forward position.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And it's Leonard missing. The Nuggets leading by 3. Harrison passes to Najee. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Leonard gets it to go.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
There's Harrison. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Out left to the wing. McGee finds Rivers. Back to McGee. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. George against Millsap. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Najee.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Monte Morris comes in for Rivers. Clippers trail by 6.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Here's Leonard. And that one hits back iron. Poked away. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. McGee, the pass to Millsap. Green, left side. Lock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee is pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Morris passes to Jokic. Another shot. And the rejection by Zubac. And they're able to recover. The putback. Missed it. Even after all those chances. Here's Leonard. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time. They are just killing them on the interior.
So, for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Luke Kennard in for Kawhi Leonard. Jackson looking around. Pass to Kennard. To the middle. Jokic with the steal. There's 1:54 left to play here in the second quarter. On the wing, Gordon, guarded by Jackson. Here's Jokic, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Kennard, the pass to man, over Millsap. Los Angeles with another miss.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Offensive rebound.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Man passes to Batum, and Batum throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Jackson. Rivers against Rondo. 5 to shoot, and stolen by Cousins. Inside, Rivers passes to Harrison. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. Rivers has got the lead up to 9 now for Denver.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Rondo drives in, and Cousins throws it down.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Now here's Rivers. Down low. And it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Rivers.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And the pass to Batum. Here's Rondo. Denver grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's McGee. Nice D from Cousins. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead, but...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 1. And that...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
They've got Morris. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Okuru in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
And Porter drops them both. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
The kick out to Porter. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Morris. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the tray. Morris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
And here are the Nuggets now. Morris looking over the floor. Jokic inside. Working on Zubac.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now Beverly. From outside, off the mark.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Here's Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
On the wing, Morris. Back to Beverly. Fires the three. The shot comes out. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. Out to Morris from downtown. Hits the three-point bomb. Morris has got 6 here in this quarter.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
What crafty play from Beverly. Slips the shot in and ensures good contact for the foul.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Rivers with it. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Hey, guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
George against Millsap. Takes a three. Rebound by the Clippers. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game. The shot by George, wide open. No good with the triple. Denver leading by 14. Here's Najee, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Craig, a high riser, no doubt about it. In the corner, George with it. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Rivers in the corner. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Cousins with the ball. The offensive rebound. Here's George, and he banks in the layup.
Bringing the intensity on the glass. If Paul George is out there, he's going to give it his all.
The Nuggets have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. To the middle, here's Millsap, and he lays it straight in. Millsap's got his second basket of the night.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Here's George. And it's George again missing.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Here's Rivers. The three-pointer, no good. No good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nuggets ahead, up by 16. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Harrison out there with Austin Rivers. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Janshar in at the small forward position. Jackson finds Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Denver making a switch here. Rivers checked in. Clippers trail by 16. Outside Jackson. He kicks it to Leonard. 9 feet out to the paint. Zubats. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Porter. And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. And here's Rivers. Kicks to Porter. Shot clock at 6. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bol. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Morris is checked in for Denver. The Clippers shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Passes it to Leonard. Porter with the steal. Stolen by Zubats. Here's Leonard, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. To the inside. And the dunk by Bol.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Zubats. And Bol pulls it down. Bol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. On the wing, Morris. Covered by Morris. Clippers trail by 17. Here's Zubats. Over Bol. Zubats, that's good. Zubats has got 4 points in the quarter.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Morris passes to Porter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Morris kicks to Porter. Back to Morris. He dishes it to Bol. 6 on the shot clock. Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Oh, Rondo in position. Morris against Rondo. The pass to Jokic. Here's Bol. Porter dishes the Bol. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Batum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
And Jokic drops them both. Clippers trail by 19. Outside Rondo. High post try. And Bol pulls it down. Bol's got 8 rebounds in this game. For Denver, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nuggets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Bol.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
Bull, the pass to Jokic. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
But they get it back. And Batum kicks to Rondo. Pass to Cousins. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard for three. And Bull pulls it down. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Morris outside. Pass to Gordon. This one for three. Rebound by the Clippers. Outside, George. Good.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll happen. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.J. McCollum's college days, playing ball at Mitten.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Damian Lillard. Giles is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Simons in a shooting guard. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverley out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the power forward. Beverley feeling it out a bit. Leonard, no luck. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Giles, the pass to Nurkic. It's Covington on the wing. Pass to Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Morris. They get it back. Tries it again. No good from Zubac.
That works just like they drew it up.
until the part where he short arms the layup.
And the basket by Lillard.
Oh, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. The pass to Leonard. Here's Oturu. Leonard attacking, and it's blocked. Simons, the pass to Giles. Takes the three. And it's Simons missing.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Lillard against Beverly. Passes it to Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lillard misses. Lillard's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
Simons surveying the D. He kicks to Lillard. Puts one up from 19. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Oturu, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Lillard, the pass to Simons. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. Here's Jackson, following the score by Damian Lillard. Jackson passes to George. The putback, it's good on the putback.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
George against McCollum. Here's Lillard. Rebound by the Clippers. It's stolen by Anthony. Pass to McCollum. .52 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Cantor. And there's the feed to Covington. It's McCollum on the wing. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Here's George. And George with the stop.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George. Just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now, here's Lillard. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gets that one to drop. That's his third field goal in 8 tries.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Outside Jackson. Back to George. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And still a close game as the first. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position.
Wow, and Jackson is just crafty down inside. He has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. McCollum passes to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Jackson kicks to George. Unloads. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Batum's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pass to Kanter. Back to Powell. And it's sent back by George. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Here's Anthony. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Stolen by George. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, man, Jackson is just incredibly fast in transition. It's just the defense's worst nightmare when he's leaking out in the open floor.
McCollum dishes to Anthony. McCollum against George. McCollum passes to Kanter. Back to McCollum. Clock at 6. Over George. Kanter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Kanter has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
And so they foul intentionally. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Kanter. Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Powell. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for C.J. McCollum. Now, here's Zubats. Good D by Covington. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays, there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Here's Simons after the Clippers pick up 2. There's the dish to Lillard. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Lillard's got 8 points.
Got to D up Lillard at all times. You can't afford to lay off of him for a second. That's when he strikes.
Leonard inside, makes it off the glass.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
A minute 20 left to play here in the half. Now, here's Lillard, and Lillard gets double-teamed. Stolen by Beverly. Leonard with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And it's sent back by Lillard. Here's Simons, covered by Morris. A nice shot by Simons.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Morris outside. Leonard attacking. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
Lillard with it. He's got 8. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. And it's Derek Jones in for Robert Covington. Here's Mann. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Right side, George. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. George has got his second basket.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Lillard, and he makes good on the layup. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
Nobody near George. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by... And...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Patrick Beverley out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 4 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
A nice shot by Simons.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Leonard on the wing. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
Now, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Here's Simons. 5 points in the game. Feeds it to Nurkic. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, no doubt Nurkic knows how to get it done inside. I mean, using all of his height to find the shot.
Outside Leonard. Back to Beverley. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 7.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Here's Simons. Now the pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Lets it go with a 3. Nurkic the pass to Simons. Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer Lillard. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Beverley finds Leonard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, easy call.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Kennard, he's checked in for Zubac, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anfernee Simons. Here's Lillard. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Lillard's got 12 in the game. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Jackson. He feeds it to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Lillard looking around. Over Jackson. Some solid defense there from Jackson. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Leonard. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one's on Anthony.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
The free throw drops for Leonard. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And that's an intentional foul. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Outside, George. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
Now here's Jones. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Cantor. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. Count that one. George has got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Throws it up high. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Mann. Back to Jackson. Cousins, the pass to George. To the middle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
What makes Cousins successful? You have to be willing to challenge people night in and night out at both ends on the floor.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for Reggie Jackson. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 14. 5 on the clock. Jones dishes to Carmelo. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfort.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back to the action after this word. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, you've got Yusuf Nurkic. Robert Covington out there with Giles. Then it's Anthony, and it's Simons in at point guard. Los Angeles leading by 9. Now Beverly. Pass to Oturu. From 13. That one off the back iron and out.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And the Clippers call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. McCollum comes in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Beverly against Lillard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Pass to Oturu. Outside, George. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Beverly. And George, here we go. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
The pass to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Off target with his 3. Los Angeles leading by 6. And there's George. That's good on the assist from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. Lillard outside. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Tries again, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Strong interior player. When Cantor is looking to score, he isn't afraid of attracting contact.
Morris is checked in for George. And Cantor drops them both. Los Angeles calls timeout. Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in, and Portland with a change here too. Use of Nurkic. He's checked in for Harry Giles. George passes to Beverly. Back to George. Fires the 3. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Back to Lillard from outside the arc. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Outside Leonard. Up and in on the layup. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Dishes it to Cantor. Chalk up 2 there.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
George looking over the floor. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. From downtown, they get it back. The layup off target.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Outside, George. 41 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Giles checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for McCollum. Lillard against Beverly. 3-pointer. Trailblazers keep it alive. Second shot opportunity. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Outside Leonard. And here is Zubac. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was all right, David. Thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 4. Just 2 to shoot. And the rejection by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the block. And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
And, you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league, an absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
Here's Doncic. Now here's Richardson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, Richardson has a lot of toughness. Remember, this is a guy who earned his spot in the NBA. Nothing has come easy for him.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Great positioning on the putback. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Now Doncic. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
Outside Leonard to the paint. Here's Oturu. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Oturu's got his second basket of the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Marjanovic. Porzingis trying to get free. And that one's good. Marjanovic. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Leonard against Doncic. And Leonard gets it to go.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 4-point game. Lays it up and banks it in.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Leonard against Doncic. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, all that size and length there. When Porzingis is using his body like this, I mean, it forces the defense to be aggressive.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Nobody near George. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Here's Porzingis. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Powell with the steal. Hardaway with it. Cauley-Stein kicks to Redick. Runs in the pass to Powell. Rob. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good, close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Clippers on top. They lead by 1. Stay. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Kennard is out there with Batum. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein. Dallas moving the ball around. Shoots from the baseline. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
And the Clippers making a switch here. George is checked in. Trey Burke's checked in for Dallas. Jackson down low. Burke covering. Cousins with the bucket.
Cousins imposing his will that time against pretty good defense.
And here is Burke. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
Could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
Batum against Powell. George hacks a two-pointer. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Burke with it. Jackson on him. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. One-on-one fast break. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds him. Great feel for the game.
Burke, the pass to Reddick. Now Powell, defended by Batum. Powell against Batum. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Powell. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence as these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Dwight Powell. Doncic is checked in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Here's Oturu. And another shot. Zubac. They grab their own miss, but he stays with it. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. Mavericks trail by 5. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Doncic. That shot off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who's your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now. especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Doncic feeling it out. Count it. Doncic has got 6.
Excellent finish that time inside by Doncic. He's highly skilled. I mean, that's obvious. What's not so obvious is how big he is. This guy looks me eye to eye.
Morris kicks to Leonard. Porzingis with the block. They recover it. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Left side, Leonard. Mavericks trail by 3. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Leonard. Can't hit from in close.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 1. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Outside, Porzingis. He's looking for Richardson and finds him. Doncic outside. The Clippers grab the miss. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Doncic outside. That one doesn't go. Great tee that time from Leonard.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Beverly finds Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside, George. Nice D from Porzingis. Leonard with the steal. Down low, Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
And it's blocked.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Doncic kicks the foul. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. For Dallas, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
So both teams changing it up here. Goes up the baseline. Dallas, no good that time either.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Here's George. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Richardson's running. Batum against Hardaway. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
A nice shot by George.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Now here's Burke. Here's Hardaway. Here's Richardson. It's hauled in by George. 1:44 left in the third quarter of the game. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Mavericks trail by 10. Passes to Hardaway. Nice D from Cousins. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 12-3 run. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Mike Powell comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Now Brunson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Cauley Stein. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Jackson with it. Pass to man. Here's George. Doesn't go for him. And it's Dallas the other way. Pass to Burke. Outside for Redick. Cauley Stein with it. And the pass to Brunson. From 6 feet. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Brunson's got it back down to within single digits for Dallas.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
And George, here we go. That shot misses. Ball stolen. The shot misses. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Kennard finds Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Inside, Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Rondo with the ball. Shots good by Kennard. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
And here's Rondo. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
Hey, you can't forget about this now. Rondo's averaged double-digit assists multiple seasons. As good a passer as any in this league.
Marjanovic passes to Brunson. No good on the triple.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Just his first attempt. Outside for Rondo. Passes it to Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
And so here is Dallas. They trail by 14. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Out to Porzingis. Doncic trying to get open. Porzingis can't hit. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 10-2 run here. Kennard, the pass to Rondo. Morris looking over the floor. Outside Rondo. Back to Morris. Clock at 4. Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Hardaway. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. And it's sent back by George.
Well, I tell you what, Paul George is so tough on defense. Love the way he gets after people. He's excellent at staying in the play as well as staying in his stance so he can come up with rejections and deflection.
Doncic against Leonard. Here's Porzingis. Count that bucket.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
Beverly the pass to Zubats. A deep three from George. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the layup is good.
The 7'3" Latvian Porzingis is used to overcoming tough defense. Poise from the big man.
Beverly the pass to George. Leonard looking over the floor. Pass to Oturu. Over Porzingis. The Clippers rebound. Zubats kicks to George. Outside Leonard. Beverly the pass to Leonard. Outside George. George missing again. Outside Porzingis. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George against Doncic. From deep. But they recover it. Leonard kicks to George. Missed. So the Clippers winning this one easily. David, thank you. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverley. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the fourth. And for Denver, they've got Bol. Michael Porter's out there with Rivers. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the three, the small forward. Now Gordon following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. And it's Jokic missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Here's Beverley. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Back to Leonard. The pass to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard against Porter. Pass to Beverly. 2 on the clock. It's hauled in by Gordon.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
He gets it in there.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Pass to Beverly. Morris outside. Up top, Zubac. Jokic defending. Left side, Leonard. Here's Oturu, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Rivers bounce pass. Here's Jokic. That one's not going to go. The Clippers go the other way with it. Out to Morris from deep. With the tip, and Leonard stays with it.
It's like he's got a couple of suction cups at the end of those long arms. Those huge hands from Kawhi, helpful on the glass.
Now here's Rivers, outside Gordon. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And Jokic slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And it's Leonard missing. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. Gordon, the pass to Bull. And here's Jokic. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now, here is Morris. Knocked loose. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And the wide open shot from Morris. A three-pointer off the mark.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Harrison kicks to Millsap. This one for three. And again, Denver no good. The Clippers trail. Man passes to Jackson. Now George over in the corner. Cousins from deep three-point range. And it's George missing. For Denver, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Down low. Here's Najee to the inside. Paul George with the steal. Man passes to Batum. And here's George for three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Batum with the steal. On the wing, George. A baseline J, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Well, when Paul George has that kind of length and then has the high release point that he does, very few people are going to get to it to block a mid-range jumper like that.
Now, here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Najee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Man. Over Harrison. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers ahead, leading by just... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Rondo in at the 1. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Denver needs to get off a shot. A shot. Hole with it. Jackson on him. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Jokic has checked in for Paul Millsap.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
In the corner, it's Morris. Kicks to Beverly. Outside Leonard. To the paint. Porter with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Floats it up for Jokic. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Jokic on an alley-oop. Sweet.
And Los Angeles guys shooting about 42% so far. On the wing, Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. High post shot. And he overshot that one, missing. Denver in the lead. There's the pass to Bull. Rivers with it. Now, here's Bull. He has 6. Rivers dishes the Bull. Shot clock at 3. Shoots over Zubac. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Here's Leonard. Pass to Oturu, and it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
He feeds it to Bull. And then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats a Zubac.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Morris finds Leonard.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Outside, Porter. Pass to Bull. Jokic with it. Zubac defending. And Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. To the middle. Here's Oturu. Porter with a block.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Morris into the lane. Outside Millsap. Morris kicks to Millsap. Back to Morris. Stolen by Jackson. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. It's good, the assist this time from Jackson. George has got 5.
And right now, the torture chamber that Paul George has put the defense in is paying off for his team.
Harrison passes to Morris. And that one, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Left side, George from the wing. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Nuggets leading by 4. Harrison passes to McGee. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George way outside. That doesn't go either for George. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harrison kicks to Morris. Passes it to Najee. No good on the three. And here comes the break. Now the pass to George. Over Harrison. Los Angeles with another miss. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson, a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Really an incredible game from Bol.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. Gordon out there with Bol. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Porter at the two-guard spot. Leonard inside, guarded by Porter. Here's Zubac. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
He dishes it to Bol. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Bol's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
Pass to Leonard, beyond the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound. Bol's got his 5th rebound in this one. Gordon kicks to Rivers. Lets it go from deep. Hands it from downtown. Rivers has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Zubac, the pass to Beverly. Jokic with the steal. Rivers against Beverly. Got a piece of it. Rivers finds Porter. Off target from three-point range.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
A 3 from Morris. Beverly for 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Porter kicks to Gordon. They get the rebound. Pass to Rivers. Gordon with it. There's Porter with the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's Beverly. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, Beverly showing a bit of his speed right there, out of the blocks, hoping to get something on the drive on the inside.
Latrey. Jokic, no good.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Oh, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
We could feel that one all the way over here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 1:44 left in the third. Harrison passes to Morris. Launches a 3. Come on. That shot, no good. Clippers trail by 9. And now here's George, the fast.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Jackson against Morris. And he banks in the layup. Morris has got his second basket.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Passes to George. From deep. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. Millsap kicks to Harrison. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the third. McGee with no one around. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And there's the pass to Mann. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, some agility shown by DeMarcus Cousins, even at that size, can still get on up.
Morris looking over the floor. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Najee. Dishes it to McGee.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Nuggets have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Now Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kennard for 3. And no good. And so it's Denver with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Kennard. Rajon Rondo is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. And it's Oturu in at the 5 spot. Kennard's shot is off.
And really credit their advantage on the backcourt. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Here's Green, and he gets it to go. Green's got his first points of the game.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Rondo against Morris. To the paint, a reverse. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut back down to 6 after the bucket from Jackson.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Harrison comes in for Porter. Harrison scanning the floor. Clock at 6. Over to the left wing. Here's Chunchar. He's off on that one.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
George, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Morris kicks to Jokic.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Back to Morris. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, amongst big men in the league, Jokic's vision is what stands out. And I love it when he gets creative. He is willing to throw some tough passes.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 9 points. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Cousins, the pass to George. The 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
And here's Morris for 3. Denver gets it back. Pass to Chunchar. Here's Harrison. Oh, good on the triple. Clippers trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And again, no good by the Clippers. Denver's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Morris outside. Pass to Jokic. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Nuggets lead by 11. The three from George. No good that time. Now Denver takes it the other way. Jokic on top. He's guarded by Cousins. Janshar, the pass to Green. Now, here's Jokic. Shoots over Cousins, and it's Jokic missing. Passes it to George. There's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta.
We've seen George hit some threes from way downtown before, and he's at it again.
The Nuggets leading by 8. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. And the pass to Green. Harrison in the corner, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Gordon's checked in for Denver. Rivers comes in for Monte Morris. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Jackson. Outside, George. From outside, off the mark. Nuggets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Rivers against Beverly. Rivers kicks to Green. It's hauled in by Beverly. Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, huge shot at this moment in the game.
Jokic with it, working on Zubac. Jokic with the bucket.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
George from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Gordon finds Green. Off target with his 3. George with the ball. From deep three-point range, buries it from outside.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. They didn't make... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette River in this. And with
Kevin, thanks very much. C.J. McCollum is.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. He's out there with Patrick Beverley. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 4 slot. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Robert Covington. Enes Kanter is out there with Giles. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Outside Leonard. Back to Beverley. Inside. Outside Leonard. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
In the pick and roll, I like confidence. Leonard showing as a facilitator, his game just continues to ascend.
Lillard, the pass to Kanter. Back to Lillard. And the layup falls.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. A shot off that time. Excellent D from Kanter. And now Portland on the break. Here's Simons. Rebound by the Clippers.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Here's Leonard. They get it again. And the basket by Oturu.
just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now, here's Lillard. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
Portland shooting their first free throw of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Here's Beverly. The pass to Oturu. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And the rejection by Zubats. One-on-one fast break. Covington with the steal. Ahead. Changes up. Here's Simons. And the rejection by Zubats. The shot's good from Cantor. Clippers trail by 3. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Beverly for 3. And stolen by Lillard. By himself. And Lillard throws it down.
And that's like taking candy from a baby. When Lillard gets his hands on the ball with open court in front of him, he's going all the way.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Oturu. Morris against Covington. Morris passes to Oturu. Shot clock at 6. Clippers moving the ball around. Can they get it? And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Here's George. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. Covington kicks to Anthony. George against Lillard. Anthony. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
Outside, George, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hits it from three-point range. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard dishes to Covington. Knocks it loose. And George, here we go. They now take the lead. George has got 5 now.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got... When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him. And before the game, we talked about that with him.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
Timeout, timeout.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
They've got McCollum. Anthony is out there with Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Clippers also making some changes. Mann's checked in, and George is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Passes to Powell. And here's Nurkic. Back to Powell. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. He feeds it to George. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
A three from McCollum. And with the rebound.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Powell kicks to McCollum. To end the run. That shot is off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Mann. The Clippers get another chance here.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Trailblazers trail by 9. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Lillard, the pass to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins game assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
George looking over the floor. And George with the stuff.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Here's Simons, defended by George. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
From deep, George. The offensive rebound. Here's Zubac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office.
Oh, what a play!
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
The three from George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Beverly finds George. Shoots from 14, and it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
Lillard with it. George picks him up. Lillard attacking. That one good for 2. Lillard's got 15.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
The reason why is not just scoring. It's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
Beverly. Excellent D from Kanter. Trailblazers trail by 5. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard misses. Los Angeles has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
What a game for him so far. He started out strong in that first quarter and has only turned it up from there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Giles. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Shot from the top of the key. Nice spin off the left rim and in. 17 points in the game. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Outside, George. Back to Jackson. Down low. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Lillard against George. And it's sent back by George. Kicks it out to Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And George, here we go. That shot, no good. Good D by McCollum. Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing.
Kevin, thanks. Here with...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 15 points and 1 steal. He's been a different player than he was their last outing when he was off it. And that's a wrap with the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 4 spot.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Lillard. And here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Leonard looking around. Anthony with the defensive effort. Portland trailing here. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Here's Oturu. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. McCollum outside. For the tie. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
Here's Leonard. Nurkic with the block. They retain possession.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots at the game right here.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Patrick Beverly. Cullen passes to Anthony. He dishes it to Powell. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look. Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
McCollum dishes to Jones. Tipped away. Just 4 to shoot. Foul for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. And an intentional foul right there. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's denied. And they'll keep possession. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Dishes it to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Leonard's got 6.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. George against Lillard. And it's sent back by Lillard. George. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard surveying the D. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That's his first foul. 1:14 left to play in the third. Lillard against George. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Cantor kicks to Covington. 3-pointer, Lillard. Portland, no good that time either.
And they continue to control the glass.
Cousins, the pass to Jackson. It's good.
You love the balance from Reggie Jackson to generate more power in the catch and shoot.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lillard attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. Covington trying to break free. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Damian Lillard. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-6 run. And the dunk by Jackson.
Quick off his feet, the long arms, easy jam for Jackson.
Lillard outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 32 points in the game.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And a deep three from George. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Anthony out there with Jones. Then there's McCollum. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the 2-guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Shots good by Kennard.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
McCollum outside. It's tipped. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. First free throw is good.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Luke Kennard. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Foul for 3.
Enters the league as a great defender. Now Leonard's an elite defender. Multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Lillard's checked in for McCollum.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them, a spark that turns things around.
Here's Leonard. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workman-like approach.
Lillard with it, guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Anthony dishes to Lillard. And foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Shooting for Portland, Damian Lillard. Taking 2 shots.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
From 13, and it's Portland with the rebound.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Capable of flat out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Lillard against Beverly, and finished off by Nurkic.
That's how you set the table, and everybody gets to eat.
Outside, George. To the inside. To the middle. Here's Okuru. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Shoots. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Jones. Off target from outside. Clippers leading by 15. Nobody near George. Offensive rebound. Cousins outside. George. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Here's Okuru. And at last they get one to fall.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out. I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for George.
Out of bounds.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
Launches it. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Now George. From deep three-point range, that one no good. So the Clippers winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. The Margaret Hunt-Hill Bridge. Now it's in.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 4 spot. And for the Mavericks, Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Porzingis, and he gets the bucket. Porzingis has got his team on the board to start the game for Dallas. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Now Leonard, following the three-point attempt by Josh Richardson.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
The pass to Finney-Smith. The 3 from Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Now here's Beverly. And Leonard has it in the corner. Pass to Oturu. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Doncic against Leonard, and that one's good. Doncic.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Beverly finds Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
Here's Doncic. The Clippers getting the bucket. 6 on the shot clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Now, here's Zubats. Morris kicks to Leonard, to the paint. Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now, here is George. Unloads from 9. Batum finds Jackson. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Out to Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Jackson down low, covered by Reddick. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Los Angeles leading by 3. And here's George. Passes it to Jackson. To the left wing. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's George. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Powell kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Brunson. Now here's Cauley Stein. He's guarded by Cousins. Here's Powell. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. That's Rajon Rondo. And there's Jackson, and it's Kennard in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Trey Burke. The Clippers also making some changes. Mann's checked in, and it's George in for Rajon Rondo. Mann gets the bucket.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle with their offensive end.
And the rejection by Cousins. Outside for George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Hardaway passes to Powell. Batum brings the double team from 8. And no good, trying to use the glass. Clippers leading by 10.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Powell, the pass to Kleber. Powell dishes to Cauley Stein. Now Hardaway. Back to Brunson. The pass to Powell. They double him with George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And Powell, with that long body of his, does a nice job going at the defense and forcing them to foul.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley Stein. Redick comes in for Maxi Kleber. Josh Richardson's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Leonard on the wing. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
And the basket by Oturu. Oturu's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Pass to Powell. Outside, Porzingis. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one's good. Beverly. And the Clippers lead by 16.
And, you know, Beverly has great speed. Snake-like in how he slips through the defense on the drive.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And, you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And guys, the best thing about Kawhi picking up assists is that it's contagious. When you've got a dominant scorer setting his teammates up, and everyone falls in line.
Outside for Redick. Here's Powell. Passes it to Porzingis. A steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball. Pass to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And there's the pass to Zubac. Back to Morris. Doncic against Leonard. Basket good. Leonard's got 8.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Doncic against Leonard. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside Leonard. Inside. Here's Oturu. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Oturu's got 4 this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Doncic. And it's good for 2.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
And here's Leonard from 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They're leading by 16. Kenny, how'd you... And that's a wrap for our...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Luka Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Mavericks trail by 16. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Doncic. Teams have dynasties. The 90s with Jordan. We've seen it the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
Boy, good ball movement that time. Allows Richardson to get the good look on the jumper he wants. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Pass to Leonard. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Back to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Zubac has got 6.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Richardson gets a wide open look. A new 14 for the Mavericks. Down low. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Over Beverly. Richardson, no luck.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
There's the pass to Morris. Here's Zubac. Back to Morris. Over in the corner, Cousins. Nobody near Leonard. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
One of the top passing bigs in the league, Cousin whips around passes with purpose and precision.
Doncic against Leonard. Kicks it out to Richardson. Pass to Marjanovic. Doncic against Leonard. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Hardaway's checked in for Porzingis. Burke comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And a switch here also for the Clippers. George is checked in for Morris. Outside, George. A three-pointer is right on target. 7 points in the game.
Right there, I think you got to try and run George off his spot. I mean, he's a lights-out long-distance shooter and has great confidence.
Coming onto the floor for the Clippers, Patrick Patterson. Nicholas Batum.
1:46 left in the third. To the inside, Batum with the steal. Jackson with it. 7 points in the game. Here's Mann. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Mavericks trail by 20. Here's Brunson. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Batum finds Jackson. Back to George. Here's Mann. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Passes it to George. 5 to shoot. From deep. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Hardaway, no good. Clippers leading by 18. From deep, George. That one misses. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The dunk and the foul. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's Brunson, top of the key. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside, George. Stolen by Brunson. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Right back after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Jackson is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum. And it's Oturu in at the 5 down low.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Kennard against Hardaway. Shots good by Kennard. Here's Brunson. Kicks it to Reddick. Porzingis against Batum. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his third foul of the game. Richardson, he's checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Leonard, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Outside, George pulls up on the wing. Oturu tipped back in for two. And the Clippers lead by 14.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. It's picked off. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 6 assists in the game.
And George is very good in how he leaks out in transition, times it perfectly, and really creates high percentage shots for himself as a result.
Here's Porzingis. Pass to Marjanovic. And he converts the layup.
And, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Clippers leading by 14. George looking over the floor. And it's off from three-point range. Morris is checked in for Paul George. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Doncic outside. He kicks it to Richardson. Marjanovic passes to Doncic. Comes up empty down low.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Mavericks trailed by 14. Out to the right wing. Back to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. Stolen by Zubac. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And here's Morris for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's the lob to the hoop. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
George is checked in for Los Angeles.
Well, I think he shouldn't have forced that one. Instead, he should have passed it off.
Leonard, the pass to Oturu. Back to Leonard. And here's Beverly. Outside Leonard, the pass to George. Fires the 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 17.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Los Angeles.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kawhi Leonard.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team first attitude on display.
Nobody near George. That 3 off the mark. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 15-point game. Here's the three. The shot, no good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. Thank you, David. Great.